All right, so this is by far one of the most important lessons that we will be having in all the modules, because this lesson, this client avatar lesson, is going to make you able to differentiate between a normal person and a person who can be your potential client in the near future. So see, ideal client persona, ideal client framework, finding your right target audience in terms of clients and client avatar, they are the same thing. It's just overhyped these days because people want to present themselves superior, so they come on with, they just come up with new words so that they can position you as a superior person than you. But it's all the same shit that is being paraphrased a lot. So see, basically a client avatar is about what all you should look out for in a person that he is your ideal target client. In this case, we will be taking an example of you being a web developer. Okay, so you are a website developer, you create websites for your clients, and you provide web development services. So you just, you get all the domains, you create their website, their design and all that part, and you make their website fully functional. And in this case, I will be your potential client, right? So what are all the things that you need to have beforehand in order to figure out who you have to target, whom you have to reach out, and whom you don't have to reach out, because you don't want to waste your time in reaching out to people who are not even your clients. So that's where this client avatar thing comes, that you need to figure out people who are your target audience, whom you have to target. And these are the 8 factors that you would need. So first one would be age and gender. Now see, this is completely subjective. I don't think that this should be enough of a big deal when you are starting out. Later on it becomes, because as you pitch people from the old ages, they have that experience, so when you work with them you get a lot of experience. Gender, this is more about like females prefer it a lot to work with women and all that stuff. Like I have only heard it, I don't know, so that's why I said that is really subjective. You can work with any person you want. Third one is location. So it completely depends on you as well, that where you want the client to be situated in. Do you want to cater to international ones? If yes, then there will be another framework for it. If you want to cater domestic ones, if you want to cater to the ones who are in your city. And fourth one would be the catering sector. Like see, initially I told you it is not important to niche down. Still it is not important to niche down. Even in this slide, after coming so far, it is not important to niche down. You can pitch to a client of any niche that you feel like you can cater to him. Fifth one would be, where do they hang out? So you have to see where your ideal clients are hanging out. Now see, I know it is becoming a lot overwhelming, so let us get back to our example. So you are a website developer, or assume you are a content writer or a social media marketer or any other service you are offering, all right? And I'm your potential client. Now these are the things that you would need to look into me first before pitching me. So if you are a website developer, you are going to go on LinkedIn or any other social media platform, and you're gonna search for founders, or the people who need website. Similarly, if you are a content writer, you are going to pitch to founders, marketing managers and all that stuff. Where do you think that they are the ones you should pitch, and they can give you a job? Like they can give you a task, or they can onboard you as a freelancer. Now in this case, when you are a website developer, so how you are going to pitch me? Firstly, you will see my background. These three things come initially: age, gender and location. So first you will see all those three things. Then you will see which sector am I working in, and then you will match it with your skill set. Okay, so this guy is working in this, like for example web3 niche, and I know how to create web3 websites, so let us pitch this guy. All right, this is the first initial very first step. Then you need to figure out, where do I hang out the most? Like you can find me on LinkedIn, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Instagram. So you have to see where is your target audience actually hanging out with. Now here comes the main question, point number 6. Before that it is all basic. Now you have to see what problem are they facing. Like in my case, when I'm hiring, like I'm looking for a website developer, the thing I'm facing is that I don't have a website. I don't know any ABC of websites. I cannot convert the traffic, because I cannot generate any in the first place, because I don't have a website. So these are the things that you would be writing in your proposal, that I figured out you are this, and this is your business, and I think that you should really have a website because it will help you get more traffic, more conversion, and in return more business. That is how you have to pitch. And seventh one would be how you are able to solve that problem. So see, I'm facing a lot of problems right now, but what makes you stand apart from the rest of the candidates is that I already know the problems I'm facing. But if you come up to me and you say that you can remove those problems and give me an ample amount of solution that helps me in figuring out and getting shit done, I'm definitely going to go for you, right? And eighth one would be, why do I need you? So you can blatantly include these 3 points in it, like don't include me in a very, what we say, like straightforward. Don't be so straightforward that you just mention your problem, my solution, why me. Don't make it like that. Make it in a more subtle way. So what you're gonna do is you gonna now go on to social media sites, job boards, or anywhere else where these people are hanging out. Mostly I would say just stick onto LinkedIn initially, because this it is working right now. As of 2022, it is working really great. You need to go on and search for people who are looking for persons like you in order to get their services done, in order to get the tasks done, and then you pitch them. You just have to see, like, if you are sitting behind that screen and the keyboard, you just need to search for people who will need your services. And what kind of people are those? You can reach out to HR managers, CMOs, even founders. Like, people say do not reach out to founders, but you should reach out to founders too, because in most of the cases and in startups, they don't have that big of a team, and they easily reply to you, and the conversion process is very easy. Or you can reach out to people who are already working in there. So suppose, for example, you are a content writer and you are a journalist, okay? So you see a travel and tourism company coming up with a post, you come across their post where they are hiring a writer. Or the second case is that you figured out a travel agency is there and you are trying your luck that maybe they will need your services. So what are you gonna do? Now you know that they are your ideal clients because they fit into your client avatar. Alright, if you're watching it till here, I hope it has made sense to you, because they are your potential clients. Why? Because they have a business which can be benefited from your service. That is the main thing you have to see. They have a problem which you can solve. They need you. That is the main thing. What you're gonna do is, rather than typing interested in the comment section and being a lazy fuck, you're gonna reach out, you're gonna click on that profile, you see how many people are working there, you figure out a way to reach out to the people who are already working there. Even if it is a new company and they have a website, every website has an about us page or a support email. Don't be a lazy fuck and just comment interested, because a lot of people are interested. Why you? Rather than you just pitch to the founder or the CMO or the marketing manager or any other person who works in the company, and you introduce yourself. You do not sell them yourself in the first place. Build a connection with them, take a day or two, and then on the second or third day, go and pitch yourself, because this will increase your chances a lot. Because when you are talking to a real person, then you can mention all these three things which we had mentioned. You can mention what their problem is indirectly, you can tell them how you can solve it directly, and why do they need you. And then after that, these things like location and catering sector and all that, they comes into play. Initially they are not of that much importance. So I hope you get an idea. Like, client avatar is very literally, it's a very basic topic. That's why there are not many words to describe it. It's just like who you have to pitch, who you don't have to pitch, like who can be your right potential client and who can't be. So it is that easy. Now see, here are a few samples. So I'm not going to read it out, because see, I literally do not like to see over here on the screen and then read it and then just repeat it here. You can just have a look. All I need to say is that you need to be really, you need to become an extrovert in this sense. Like, you have to pitch people. You cannot think like, I have done two pitches and it's done. No, you have to be really really open to pitching. You will have to do it on a daily basis until unless you convert at least one or two clients initially. Because that is the thing, people are like, okay, I have texted him. Because in most cases, what would be the case, that you text the person, they will accept your request, and then they will just vanish. So you have to repitch. Like, three is the maximum limit. Three follow-ups are the max you have to do. First, second, and third. That's it. Not after that, because that definitely means the person is not interested. Why second and third? Because in most cases, people, they really forget you. Like, nobody gives a fuck about your existence or not until unless you are getting something for them, right? And in most cases, it is a genuine cause that they are busy, it just skipped off their mind, or you sent an email on Friday for saying there was a weekend, so they didn't revert, and later on it just got you know like it just fell below the list. So you have to reach out at least thrice, and that's it. That's more than enough. Now, more about it would be discussing in the upcoming things, how you have to pitch, how you have to deal with clients, and all that stuff. Initially, I just wanted you to get an idea of this client avatar thing, that it is nothing more than just seeing who you have to pitch and who you don't have to pitch. Now, these are the business models which mostly you would be catering to. So I just thought that let us just mention it over here. It's B2B, B2C, C2B, and C2C. So I mentioned about it like B2C, business to consumer, because there are a lot of writers or a lot of social media managers, and like there are a various set of freelancers for every kind of business. So you need to select which one you want to go into. Are you somebody who likes to sell a product to the consumers, or you are somebody who likes to promote? Because what happens in B2B, the business firms, they target the other business firms in order to sell their services. In B2C, you target the customers. In C2B, like it's kind of the affiliate marketing wali thing. So that's something that I would not like you to try your hands on initially. Either go for B2C or B2B. That would be great. And yeah, that is pretty much it about the client avatar thing. I don't want to make it longer because it doesn't make any sense. And I hope now you get an idea who you have to pitch and whom you don't have to pitch. If you didn't get any clarity in this one, then don't be disheartened, because I know this was a very lame topic and the discussion about it would be much boring. So you can just proceed on to the further ones and you will get an idea who you have to pitch and who you don't.